Good morning. I would like to call the 2020 Oregon Music Teachers Association General Membership Meeting to order at 9 o'clock. Our first order of business will be approval of the minutes. The general membership minutes from August 24th, 2019 were emailed out to the general membership. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Is there anything in our chat box that is indicating there is anything? Okay, no, then I approve the minutes as presented. Officer reports. Sorry, I'm having a delay on my file. I would just like to say that as the president, it has been my honor to serve OMTA these last 2 years, and I want to thank everybody who was on the board with me. Without them, this just would not be possible to have an organization that runs so well and is just so amazing. So thank you all very much. There's been a lot of improvements that we've done on the website these last couple of years, and so in the next 2 years as past president, I hope to continue making more improvements to our website and being helpful to our new incoming president. That is all I have to say. Thank you. We will now move on to the president-elect, Sarah Ball. The silver mic.
And just a heads up, there's a 20-second delay, so we would almost need to wait 20 seconds to get a response.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Why is this not working?
Hello, everyone. As I prepare to shift into my new role, I have enjoyed making connections and strengthening ties with colleagues. Being a member of OMTA since the 1980s, this is a time for me to give back to our amazing organization. We have a new full board roster for 2020 to 2022. A virtual fall board retreat is in the works, coming up September 18th and 19th. As you know, we are finding ways to adapt amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And fortunately, MTNA has sent resources to support us. I can assure you that OMTA will continue to provide resources for you as well. Please speak up when you have a need. We'll connect you with someone who can offer information. I have confidence that our collective determination, resilience, and creativity will see us through this difficult time. I'm developing my presidential presentations. The first is Ernest Bloch, the fourth B. My interest in Bloch stems from hearing personal stories about him from my high school piano teacher in Newport, Helen Johnston, who was his personal secretary for quite a while when he lived in Agate Beach. My second presentation is How Do Children Learn? An investigation of constructivist psychology in the music studio. I look forward to getting to know you all better as I visit you over the next 2 years. Recently, a trove of piano teaching materials was given to us by the family of Janet Basom, who taught piano for many years in Washington, MTA. Because we switched to a live stream conference, I passed this on to Ashley Young for use in her new piano pedagogy program at Rock Creek PCC. I appreciate the hard work of everyone on the conference committee, everyone who's sitting here today helping make this conference happen. I'm so pleased about the outcome of this event and I'm looking forward to changing gears as we all take another step into summer when we're finished. Respectfully submitted, Sarah Ball, President-elect, for a few more minutes.
There is no report from the past president, Kathy Galt, so we will move on to the treasurer report by Fern MacArthur.
Good morning, everyone. We miss you and hope we can gather next year for another wonderful conference. But thank you to Sarah and Selena and all for doing this in these difficult times. Even though they are interesting and unusual times, we have money in the bank, and I will tell you what it is. In our unrestricted funds, we have $63,367. And in our savings market account, we have $16,178, which is a total of $79,545. And our music link funds, which are in our general account, is $5,000. So to spend right now, we have $74,362, and of course, that will there are some things that will be paid bills for the conference. But I have gone back through the years, and at the end of our fiscal year, which is August 31st, we are on track to be at about the same, between $50,000 and $60,000 in the bank. If any of you have any questions about our budget, that we did pass the new budget. If any of you have any questions about that or our treasury account, please contact me. I'm on the website, and I will be sure to answer your question. And besides, I just love to hear from you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Fern. Our next report is from our restricted funds treasurer, Susan Todd.
Good morning, everyone. I'm imagining you all being in all these seats, and it's been neat to see everyone's comments. The restricted funds are collected monies that have been donated for scholarships and grants for our teachers and for our students. The total for that account is $606,000, 512.85. It is down from a year ago by about $15,000, but there has been some recovery even since March, so our accounts look a little healthier than they did. Our monies are invested well with a plan of 50% conservative and 50% growth. And we had several bonds that were earning 6% interest. They are being called, as that's said, and the investment opportunities are not as robust at this time, but we're working to keep our monies working. The grant account, we transferred $14,500 to pay for this conference. There were lots of expenses, even though you're not here, although the meals were a little bit less. For the scholarship competition has been postponed to September 2020, and we're working out details of whether that will be for sure. The plan is to do it online, but maybe that will work, maybe it won't. So do look for spring, and we will certainly have the kinks worked out by then. And please, there are many scholarships. Some of them are not ever applied for. And same is true with the education fund, which has grants for teachers. There were 2 that were not applied for this year. And please, if you want money, look at the website under programs and scholarships. A $180 Music Link scholarship has been awarded to allow a student to attend a pain clinic for musicians. $2,000 were given for 2 students for tuition assistance, and $700 were given in teacher grants, and the remaining will be given later this summer. Respectfully submitted, Susan Todd.
Thank you, Susan. The secretary also, Amy Belisle, did not have a report. Given our unusual circumstance of not having all of our officers present, the attending officers will be reading several reports, and so they will announce which reports they're reading. So thank you, everyone, for hanging with us in this unique situation we have. I would like to invite up our first standing committee member, Rebecca Carter, who will be reading the certification and competitions reports.
Good morning. First, I will read the certification report submitted by myself. Since the time of the last board meeting in March 2020, there has been more certification activity astir in OMTA. One more member has completed and submitted their projects, which are currently in the review process as of the date of this report. Another member has formally submitted an application to complete the projects and has informed me that they are almost finished and ready for submission. This makes 2 additional future certified members in addition to the 4 newly certified members for 2019-2020. 1 East Portland grant and 1 OMTA grant have been dispersed for 2019-2020. 1 more East Portland grant and 1 more OMTA grant are very likely to be applied for or have been already, based on the number of members who have received grant applications to submit. In addition, the 2 future certified members would be eligible for an East Portland grant and an OMTA grant. This trend is seeing a 1-to-1 ratio of Portland and OMTA grants being applied for, making the Portland grants competitive to receive. East Portland is seeing the majority of grant applications. There have been no West Portland grant applications since the time of the transition to 2 districts. I am preparing to present a session at the OMTA Virtual State Conference in Florence in June. I have submitted monthly music news articles featuring newly certified member spotlights, certification reminders, and frequently asked questions. As I am beginning another term as OMTA certification chair, I am seeking a co-chair who is interested in learning the steps of this role. I have organized the tasks of the certification chair into a streamlined process and would be delighted to share this information to another interested member so that this progress can be continued seamlessly into the future. Respectfully submitted, Rebecca Carter. And now I will read the competitions report, respectfully submitted by Dr. Julia Lee. Competition report. Important dates: September 16th, 2020, 12 p.m. Pacific Time. Deadline for competition entries. All entries must be submitted via the online MTNA registration system as they have in the past. November 1st, 2020, deadline for state video or live competitions and judging to be completed. The details of the video competition will be distributed to the state chairs soon. As soon as I get it, I will announce to the members via email. Respectfully submitted, Dr. Julia Lee.
Thank you, Rebecca. Next, we will have Sarah Ball, our conference chair. She will also be reading the education report from Janet Polak.
Hello, I am reporting on behalf of Janet Polak, our Education Committee Chair. The Baroque Final Festival event was held in a lovely recital hall at Linfield College at the beginning of March. Thanks to their generous sponsorship, we had a net gain of $761 for that event. The Composition Festival succeeded with creative adaptations and was conducted virtually this spring. They suffered a loss of $700. The Ensemble Festival was held back in December at Western Oregon University and had a net gain of $304. The ESMAR program was not fully completed with the evaluations, but they did have a virtual recital so that several participants could hear each other and their families could celebrate. The Sonatina Festival realized a net gain of $176. It was decided to wait 1 year to repeat this festival due to new leadership and the large amount of preparation needed. Participation trophies and merit certificates are continuing to be popular. Please check into those if you haven't yet. And these 2 programs are supporting themselves financially. Respectfully submitted, Sarah Ball, on behalf of Janet Polak.
Do you have anything you'd like to add for conference? Do you want to announce the next conference?
That. The next conference we are very excited to share is going to be in Bend, Oregon again at the River House. So the dates are June, the same 2 dates that we're in now, except for next year. I don't have that off the top of my head. So see you in Bend, hopefully in person. Most likely a combination of in-person and virtual. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite up Angela Kelly for marketing. She will also be reading the membership report, and the parliamentarian, I do not believe, had a report.
Good morning. Okay, so some highlights from marketing from this year. The marketing posters and brochures have been well received and put to great use this year. I have received requests for additional materials and have loved hearing that people are using them and getting the word out there about OMTA in our respective areas. And I do have one of the postcards to show. We do have these here, so if you know that there's someone from your district that is here, why don't you text them, email them, and ask them to bring some home for you so that you can get these spread out in our community and let people know about OMTA. So, and then we also have some posters too, if you have some place in your community where you could put those. All right, so our YouTube channel got off the ground this year in a great way, and I want to thank Susan Todd for her involvement in that. Last year, she worked a deal with our state conference videographer to design a beautiful video to highlight different things that happened in our conference, and that was great. When COVID-19 hit us in March, Susan was wonderful to arrange several videos to be made explaining and demonstrating how to teach piano and other instruments online. These videos were presented in live premieres on YouTube that people watching in real time could comment and react to as the video was going live. On our YouTube channel, you will find videos featuring Megan Todd, Dr. Thomas Otten, Jill Timmons, Dr. Lori McManus, Dr. Stephen Lewis, and Joanna Ball. Thanks to Susan Todd for coordinating the making of these videos and providing such great resources for our members during this unexpected and uncertain time trying to teach under quarantine. Cindy Peterson-Pert wasn't able to be honored in person at the MTNA conference in Chicago this year since it was canceled, but you'll find the video of MTNA President Martha Hilley honoring Cindy as Oregon's 2020 Foundation Fellow on our YouTube channel. Congrats, Cindy. If you have, yes, applause. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel to be alerted when future content is shared. As far as Facebook and Instagram, those are continuing to be great ways for people to hear about what we have going on in OMTA. Our videos are about teaching online are also shared on Facebook, and some of the shorter ones are shared on Instagram. These have received a lot of views, appreciation, and positive feedback. So at the time of this report, our Facebook page, actually I'm going to give you the updated ones because we've grown a lot since then. We now have 915 likes on Facebook, and I think more followers. I think it's 958 or something like that. So we're approaching 1,000, and I'm really excited about that. And Instagram, I think there's 365 followers. And then YouTube, we need to get more followers. So please start following us on YouTube. So looking for lots of updates and content to come your way in social media live from Florence, as what is happening. And we wish you all a happy and healthy summer. Respectfully submitted, Angela Kelly. Now I will be reading Melody Morrison, who is the membership chair. OMTA membership distributions: active membership 593, associate 1, collegiate student 22, high school student 5, honorary 25, all 646. Nationally certified teachers of music, so the NCTM members 116, which is 17.87%. Non-NCTM members 533, which is 82.13%. So for a total of 649 members. And then the last report, parliamentarian and legislative, Liz Willis, nothing to report at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. And now I will invite Susan Todd back up to make a series of reports for us on behalf of our Public Relations Chair, Publications Chair, syllabus chair, and then herself as grant coordinator.
Okay. So I'm happy to report for Ashley Young, and I'm delighted that she's on the board. She's a vivacious new member, and whoever got her on board, good job. She's in charge of public relations and has a lot of subcommittees. She has no updates under that for ethics, the OMTA MTNA Foundation, Independent Music Teachers Forum, history, or university liaison. We do have a report from Annette Dempsey, who is the Music Link chair. She writes, "We have altered our application process for scholarships to summer programs this year to accommodate the quickly changing pandemic situation. Rather than our usual May 1st deadline, we have 3 deadlines. 2 of them hasn't passed yet: June 1st, July 1st, and August 1st. Since many summer camps have been canceled, we will consider applications for distance learning opportunities as well as in-person music programs. We hope that this more flexible approach will allow kids who find an opportunity on short notice to still get support from Music Link." In May, we hosted a Zoom brainstorming session for Oregon Music Link teachers to help generate creative ideas for programs they could offer to their students during this challenging time. The meeting included Music Link National President Joanne Haratunian, who shared information with us about the Grassroots Grant, an opportunity for teachers to help get funding for a new program they develop. Back in March, 2 Oregon Music Link students, Sarah Bautista, a student of Amy Vanacore, and Jessie Neiman, a student of Julia Lee, were selected as finalists in the Michael Allen Harrison 10 Grands Youth Piano Competition. Jessie won 2nd place and a $2,500 scholarship. Both Sarah and Jessie were invited to perform in the 10 Grands concert in April with Mr. Harrison. Unfortunately, that concert did not happen due to the pandemic. Liz Willis has had to step down from the Music Link board due to her increasing commitments to OMTA, so we are currently seeking a new board member. We have put plans for fall fundraising concert on hold for now, but hope to be able to do that next spring. In the meantime, we feel we have sufficient funds to support our current Music Link students with enough in reserve to accommodate new Music Link students who may wish to join the ranks soon. I have a report from the Honors Committee. We were pleased that the following honorees will be presented via video at the conference later this afternoon. The OMTA Nellie Tholen Teaching Award, Mary Hall Cogan. Oregon MTNA Foundation Fellow nomination, Carol White. OMTA Honorary Life members, Fern MacArthur, NCTM Eugene District, and Patty Duthie, NCTM East Portland District. We encourage members and districts to support Carol White's nomination to be named an MTNA Fellow. Her nomination has been filed with MTNA, and donations have already begun to accumulate in her name. The foundation provides scholarships and grants to students and teachers throughout MTNA. If the $1,500 funding goal is met, Carol will be honored at the 2021 MTNA conference in Atlanta. OMTA designates half of the monies raised at the conference, that donate button, to go to Carol's nomination, and the other half goes to the OMTA Foundation, which gives travel grants to students representing Oregon at the MTNA National Competition, as well as a generous donation to the Music Link program. On behalf of the Honors Committee, Rebecca Gooch, Fern MacArthur, and myself, Susan Todd. And I'll read the publications report from Alexis Gibbons. And if you haven't met her or seen her in a Zoom meeting with her baby, you're missing out. She's fun. Music news has been directly affected by COVID-19 as we have lost ad revenue. There is certain uncertainty if any of that revenue will return in the fall. Updates have been made to the website, the COVID-19 resources, and that gives the link. And we have secured a new sponsor for the website banner, Portland Piano Company. We added a YouTube icon on the website with our other social media. Respectfully submitted, Alexis Gibbons. And then, our wonderful, amazing, you gotta love her, and please send her a thank you note if you've ever put a student in syllabus, like do it today. That was an aside. Syllabus report from Heidi Evans. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, syllabus exams scheduled in April and May were all canceled. Some districts were already scheduled, and some had not yet opened in Ligero. I chose to cancel all exams rather than asking chairs of already scheduled districts to redo their exams into a new online format and not throw out brand new untested protocols at the chairs of the then upcoming events. Teachers were given the option to test their own students in levels 1 through 9 to allow students to proceed forward to the next year at the expected level of development. Jazz and strings syllabus were likewise canceled, as was the level 10 recital. There were a few hiccups and misunderstandings along the way, mostly due to the rapidly changing information, but each one of these was worked out with tact and patience on the part of all involved. Senior level 10 exams were adjudicated with video conferencing from new protocols developed with input from a number of teachers, adjudicators, and chairs. Level 10 awards were available through June for students who were able to participate, and level 10 letters of explanation are available at all times from the syllabus chair, Heidi Evans. And I've adjusted the report which came in before our syllabus meeting to this next part. Syllabus is expected to go forward in 2020, with close to normal scheduling of events. New protocols for scheduling online exams have been put into place and will be communicated to district chairs and to adjudicators. Fall exams will be online only, and the protocols will be posted on the OMTA website. At this point, we do not know if spring exams will be taking place in person, normal, or with video conferencing, or a combination. These questions will be answered by recommendations from the Oregon Health Authority, as well as by respecting the individual comfort levels of those involved, both adjudicators and teachers. Video conferencing exams will be allowed through the 2020-2021 year. I would like to close this report by thanking all of my many colleagues who have gone above and beyond, helping develop the new protocols for online exams, and for the many supportive emails I've received along the way. This outpouring of support makes it possible for me to continue in a job that is constant, difficult, and time-consuming without remuneration. That's where the thank you notes and love come in.
Chocolate, too. She likes chocolate.
Chocolate, garden stuff. I do this work because I value my OMTA colleagues and because collectively we care about people and music. As long as we can keep this focus in the forefront of our plans, we will continue to be the successful and supportive organization that has shaped us all. Heidi Evans, NCTM, OMTA Syllabus Chair. I have one more to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I will drink
Special
that coffee
committees
Cindy made me.
report. Grant coordinator.
Too many hats.
The many hats of Susan Todd on stage.
All right, so this is from the Nellie Tholen grant that Cindy Peterson and Peart and Jill Timmons and Chris Ingbritson and Janet Pollock have helped create with the Oregon Community Foundation. We are even more grateful to Nellie Tholen and to the Oregon Community Foundation for their resources that have helped OMTA respond nimbly to help our members continue with their teaching and continuing education through this pandemic situation. As Angela mentioned, in March and April we produced 2 videos, and it was at Selena's. She's got that wonderful forward thinking. It was her inspiration. We premiered them on Facebook and video, and they are available still to this day. Let's see. I'll skip that because she said. We are reaching our members in these new ways as traditional ways of presenting programming is currently unavailable. We look to continuing bringing programs to the districts, whether in person or virtually, in the coming year. Meanwhile, the grant provides funds for bringing in excellent presenters for our annual conference. This year, members across the state are attending our live stream version. And I was so excited to see a comment from Virginia Bunn, who has not been able physically to attend a conference for several years. So hi, if you're listening, Virginia, and let's keep doing this so that people who can't come can come. And thanks to Matt and Ian for our videography. Respectfully submitted, Susan Todd.
Thank you, Susan, for all of those reports. We will now move on to new business. At the August 2019 board meeting, Sarah Ball was voted in as president-elect after a presidential appointment from me. Today, she will need a vote by the general membership to become president. Is there a motion? I have a nomination on the floor from Cindy Peterson-Peart to make Sarah Ball the 2020 to 2022 president of OMTA. Is there a second? I will second. Seconded by Fern MacArthur. Are there any nominations from the floor? We are waiting just in case there are any nominations from our YouTube floor as well. There are no nominations in the in-person floor. We have a follow-up second on our YouTube. If not, nominations are closed. Those in favor of Sarah Ball as the 2020 to 2022 president of OMTA, please say aye or yes and or type aye or yes into your chat box at this time. We have heard ayes from our in-present floor. I am seeing the ayes on our YouTube chat. We're just giving everyone a chance to vote. Those opposed, please say no or type no into the chat box. The ayes have it. Sarah Ball is elected president, Oregon Music Teachers Association 2020 to 2022.
Okay, thank you all very much. I humbly accept and really look forward to getting to know you all better and working as a team.
Thank you. Our next order of new business is the installation of the officers for 2020 through 2022. The nominating committee has submitted the following nominations: President-elect Liz Willis, Treasurer Fern MacArthur, Restricted Funds Treasurer Susan Todd, Secretary Amy Belisle. Liz Willis and Amy Belisle are not here in person, but they have agreed to these nominations in advance. Are there any nominations from the floor? There are none from our in-person floor, but we'll wait just in case on our YouTube chat. I do not believe there are any nominations on the chat. All right, if not, nominations are closed. The secretary is instructed to cast the elective ballot. This election constitutes a election by unanimous consent following the Roberts Rules of Order?
Aye.
Thank you. Liz Willis is elected as president-elect. Fern MacArthur is elected as treasurer. Susan Todd is elected as restricted funds treasurer. And Amy Bulisle is elected as secretary. Thank you to everybody. We will now move on to our district reports. I will invite Cindy Peterson-Pearts up here on the behalf of all of our districts.
Shall we use a different voice for each one? Good morning, everyone. I'm honored to read the reports from the district presidents. These are based on the reports they submitted for our recent OMTA board meeting. I have edited them slightly to make them briefer. So my apologies to any presidents if I left something out that was integral to your report, but I think I've got all of the highlights. So from Blue Mountain District, greetings to all from the Blue Mountains. Since our last online board meeting 2 months ago, we've been continuing to teach, and we even pulled off a recital, our popular music festival, on Zoom. This thanks to the technical expertise of intrepid chairperson Rebecca Carter. As with all of you, planning for next year is difficult, but change is healthy, so it will be fun to see how we all rise to the occasion. As outgoing president, I am handing off the reins into the capable hands of Dr. Matt Cooper. Respectfully submitted, Jan Miller. And then from Central Oregon, first of all, I would like to thank everyone who is working so hard to present our conference online. Since our in-person meetings and ensemble festival were canceled due to COVID-19 restrictions on large gatherings, I formed a committee consisting of our 2020 to 2022 president, Janet Smith, and treasurer Gary Rupert, and past presidents Kathy Galt and Margaret Little Hales and myself to discuss the way forward for our district. We concluded that in-person meetings will not be well attended or possibly not even allowed, so we are holding our first online meeting on June 12th, 2020. We will start with our business meeting to vote in our new officers, followed by a support meeting to help each other deal with online teaching and meeting issues. We are considering accessing OMTA and MTNA professional development videos for our online meetings each month. We would send our members a link and ask them to view the video in advance of the meeting, take notes, and then have a discussion of the video as our program. Suggestions from other districts are most welcome. I left that all in this report because I thought other districts might find that to be a really helpful suggestion for your own district meetings. With additional thanks to Selena and our outgoing leaders, it has been a humbling experience to witness up close what it takes to keep OMTA a vibrant, forward-thinking organization. Respectfully submitted by Gina Rosbrook. For Eugene District OMTA had online monthly meetings this spring. They were only business meetings with no presentation. We had a nice music party on May 16th when people played online from their homes. About the students' activities for next year, we are planning to organize them as possible live events with a backup to online if the pandemic gets worse. For the monthly meetings, we are planning to have them online for September and October, and then we will have to decide for future meetings. We are planning to have some online presentations in September and October. We have voted to put money into our website. It seems that the amount we will spend is much lower than we thought. Respectfully submitted by Genevieve Mason. Klamath Basin. Although our members were anticipating exciting activities in April and May, the COVID-19 situation forced us to cancel everything on our schedule. Everybody kind of sensing a theme in the reports, unfortunately. This included our annual masterclass with Dr. Alexander Tutinoff, which has been a highlight event in recent years. Syllabus was also canceled, a disappointment for us and our students. Most of our members are elderly, so the option of teaching online was not seriously considered. Our two most active members postponed their Tholen Fellows program participation until face-to-face lessons can be resumed, perhaps next year. After attending the board meeting and listening to ideas from other districts, I am inspired to at least meet with our members during the summer. I hope that meeting outdoors for a picnic will keep us connected and allow us to share our feelings about the uncertainties that we face with our future teaching. I hope that we can experiment with more creative ways to learn from each other. We face challenges in our district, and I am not sure how much longer we can remain active due to our ages. Average age range for Klamath Basin members is 69 to 89, and our lack of success in recruiting younger members. I will attempt to keep us engaged as best I can for at least 1 or 2 more years. And this is Terry Horn speaking. I am also a member of the Rogue Valley chapter, which will allow me to continue my affiliation even if our chapter dissolves. OMTA is so valuable to me personally, and I plan to remain active for many years to come, but I understand when the time comes for others to give up our beloved profession due to age and health concerns. I thank all of our friends in OMTA for your support and encouragement. We will go forward one day at a time. Respectfully submitted, Terry Horn. Lincoln County District. Lincoln County District is very quiet at the moment. The most active of us are teaching mostly online, but 2 to 3 teachers are also teaching live with care. Several of us are Skyping on a monthly basis to compare notes and keep in touch. Respectfully submitted, Rita Wharton. And then Lynn Benton County. Teachers have settled into their virtual teaching routines and schedules. Our final OMTA activity was the State Baroque Festival. Our district was well represented and students enjoyed the experience. Several families commented on what a lovely setting and concert hall it was for a festival. We enjoyed our virtual district composition festival on May 30th. What a delight to hear the students perform their original piano compositions. 3 participants have been selected to advance to the next level at our State Composition Festival next Saturday, June 6th, 2020, respectfully submitted by Roseanne Smith. Mid-Columbia District. As with all the districts, we are having all of our lessons, meets, and presentations virtual. We had our June meeting today, and most teachers have the same student load as pre-coronavirus times. Although we are missing the face-to-face time, we are grateful for the student dedication to their lessons. Mid-Columbia District was the first district to receive a presentation in the virtual format with Emily Ross. It was successful, though few attended the presentation. There is a new etiquette to be learned, like muting our mics when there is a group meeting, and technology to be tweaked as we move forward in this new way of meeting with each other. We are looking forward to the state conference from our homes this year. I can't honestly say it has been business as usual. It has been anything but business as usual. However, we have had a quiet spring here in the Gorge and are looking forward to a post-corona era. Respectfully submitted, Rebecca Gooch. Portland District West. West Portland hosted popular programs this year before the statewide lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Some highlights were contemporary Chinese piano repertoire for teaching and performance by Dr. Susan Chan, lesser-known romantic composers by Dr. Crystal Zimmerman, and Eric Satie, Pieces Beyond the Gymnopédies by Selena Manson. We held successful classical, ensemble, and Baroque contemporary festivals, but it was necessary to cancel the Romantic Festival scheduled for May. We also held our very first Ribbon Festival in February. Our annual Concerto Festival in April was replaced with an online event in which participating students submitted recordings of their performance without accompaniment. We held our annual board meeting on June 6th via online meeting. We have planned for 6 district meetings in 2020 to 2021. Due to all the unknowns with respect to the pandemic, we plan to hold all our meetings and events online unless the situation changes. West Portland currently has 152 active members. We have welcomed 13 new members since September 1st, including a few members who've joined since the pandemic. Portland District East. Respectfully submitted, Irene Huang. Portland District East. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic safety measures in place in Oregon, the planned recitals, upper division syllabus exams, and meetings for East Portland District did not occur this spring. Our members are all trying to cope with the difficulties of teaching remotely. One bright spot is that our Portland Performance Group that meets the first Wednesday of each month has continued via Zoom and Doodle. The group will continue to meet in the summer months this year. East Portland Executive Board has met via Zoom and planned out the calendar for next year. We hope to be able to video our programs and offer them on the Portland Facebook page for members unable to attend the meetings. We are planning 2 meetings on Saturdays for members that cannot make a weekday meeting. As Portland begins to reopen, we sincerely hope to meet in person, teach in person, and have recitals and festivals together. Respectfully submitted, Liz Willis. Rogue Valley. Our fall, early winter got off to a wonderful start this year. We celebrated our dear longtime member Joyce Stevens' 90th birthday in November. Many events and presentations have been canceled this year due to bad weather, illness, and the COVID pandemic. It was also a time that teachers started to dip their toes, and then she said fingers, into the world of online teaching. Our members are mostly over the age of 50, and technology is not the favorite means of teaching. I have to say it took a lot of courage for many of us to attempt this, but also that many felt it was worthwhile and much better than no lessons. Amazingly, however, we were able to have an online Sonatina festival thanks to Dr. Tutenov for agreeing to view the students online. It was very valuable to those students who had been working hard to learn entire sonatinas or sonatas to have that motivation to carry through. We offered to put the video recordings of all the competitive entries online for members and fellow students to view. This, too, was a good endeavor for the students to make a YouTube video. As I write this, we just had a board meeting in a park practicing our social distancing skills. It was a treat for those attending to get together after months of canceled meetings and events. Everyone is wondering how we should plan for the coming year. There are so many unknowns. I want to put out a giant thank you to OMTA, state officers, chairs, all the other districts, my own district, and officers and chairs. OMTA is a vibrant organization finding a way to still thrive in the field of music teaching during this unusual time in our world. Respectfully submitted, Michelle Alsbach. Salem District. We had our own member, Melody Morrison, give 2 workshops, the YouTube emojis and memes, how to be one of the coolest teachers of the new decade, which I hope you all enjoyed yesterday. And the second workshop was on jazz. In November, we had our classical festival, fall syllabus, and our ensemble festival. In February, Dr. Diane Baxter presented a very timely workshop on stepping into the light, thoughts on performance anxiety. In March, Dr. Matt Cooper presented a workshop on ornamentation and performance practice, the sonatas of Domenico Scarlatti. Our students participated in the Salem Baroque Festival on February 8th. Due to the unusual year with COVID-19, we were unable to hold our Art and Music Festival, Pam Miller Scholarship, Spring Syllabus, or Iva Turner Awards that are scheduled for May. We had 2 members pass away this year, Genevieve Mickenham and Alma Marianos. We had a total of 43 members for the 2019-2020 year. Respectfully submitted, Jill Foster. Tualatin Valley. Greetings from the Tualatin Valley District. I am Teresa Seeley, the new president for 2020-2021. Sadly, our district meetings for March and April 2020 had to be canceled due to the current pandemic situation. However, we were able to meet via Zoom in May. It was so wonderful to see the faces and hear the voices of our beloved colleagues. Our topic of discussion was sharing survival tips for teaching online lessons. Many wonderful and interesting ideas were shared. I am looking forward to the new year for our district as we have many exciting presenters scheduled. Tualatin Valley District will host a wonderful workshop in October with Leila Viss, a nationally known and loved speaker and presenter. Leila's workshop will be on inspiring compositions and creativity. Look for more details to come soon in the music news. In spring 2021, we are excited to have Jennifer Wright, Lisa Marsh, and Dr. Matt Cooper coming to Tualatin Valley. Respectfully submitted, Teresa Seeley. Umatilla Moro. Greetings from the Umatilla Moro District. February, we held our Bach Festival. We had great participation and several participation point trophies were awarded to students. In March, students turned in their composition for our district composition. Students were chosen from this district composition to participate in the state. These students are always very excited to have their composition printed in the state book. In April, the District Classical Romantic Festival was canceled. Our students did family classical romantic recitals from their home. The parents sent videos to the teachers and/or posted the performances on Facebook. 7 of our students earned trophies, which their parents presented to them. It was great for the students, parents, and teachers to have goals to work toward and achieve. Our district's official spring syllabus was canceled, but we still had a very successful unofficial syllabus. We had a total of 6 teachers and 44 students participate. The teachers adjudicated their own students over FaceTime, etc., and awarded them certificates. In May, students had the opportunity to perform their syllabus honors recital at home. Parents sent videos to the teachers and/or posted the performance on Facebook, similar to the classical romantic recital. The continuing trophy points are what made everything work. There's a little bit more, sorry. During the year, many participation trophies were presented. It is a highlight for the student when they receive them. This year, I am pleased to report that our first 50-point trophy has been awarded. We have postponed all our workshop and canceled all our meetings to ensure the health and safety of all. I hope that we are able to reschedule those workshops at a later date. Even with so many things being canceled, many of our students have been able to continue their learning and progress towards syllabus through video lessons with teachers. These virtual lessons have been a learning experience for all of us. Respectfully submitted, Sarah Milburn. And our final report is from Umpqua South Coast District, which was formerly known as Roseburg. Our members have been on a hiatus this summer. Some taught remotely and some quit teaching during phase 1 of the quarantine. One decided to retire and quit teaching altogether. I hope to persuade her not to retire from OMTA, says Carolee. Some of us have resumed in-person lessons as we entered phase 2. We do own our own piano as a district, and it is housed in the city library where we can access it for recitals, master classes, and even syllabus. When the city took it over from the county, they instituted a fee for using the room where the piano is, and last year we successfully wrote for grants to help pay the fee as well as fees for tuning and insurance. I'm pleased to report that we were successful in renewing those grants for the coming year. We haven't made decisions about next year yet, but I hope to have a planning meeting towards the end of summer. We do have 2 presenters who had to cancel this spring due to the pandemic, and hopefully we can reschedule them either online or in person. Respectfully submitted, Carolee Harper.
Thank you so much, Cindy, for all of those reports. I would now like to move into announcements. The MTNA National Conference is planned for March 13th through the 17th of 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia. The OMTA State Conference, here's the dates, June 24th to 26th, 2021 in Bend, Oregon. Please join us. I will now open it up to any announcements from the floor. Cindy Peterson-Peart.
I have an announcement, but it involves a presentation, so hold on. Traditionally, the immediate past president presents our outgoing president with a thank you gift from the members of OMTA. Kathy Galt couldn't be here in person, so as immediate past president, I'm standing in for her.
Here, me too. If I can.
To
There.
Selena Manson.
Thank you all so much. It really has been my pleasure. I've enjoyed every minute of being the president. It's been something that I, always tell people they should consider. And so I hope if you're out there thinking, maybe I could be president-elect, maybe I could do this job, you can. You certainly can, and you should. So contact the new president to get involved with your board. Thank you. And let's see, should we see what's in here? Oh, there's some beautiful wood chimes. There are 3 things, and of course, a card. Okay. I'll just peek. Okay. I can guess what that is. There. OMTA logo. Oh, even my husband gets a gift. Oh, thank you. See, they know me well. Thank you very much, everybody. Are there any further announcements from the floor or from YouTube? I do not see any. I am going to officially adjourn this meeting at 9:55 a.m. Thank you all for attending. Oh, yes. Please, please.
Point of order. That was not her job. Sarah? You're president now, she isn't.
That's right.
Sarah, would you come and join us, or adjourn us, please?
And mention the 11 o'clock.
So this meeting is officially adjourned. Please come back at 11 o'clock for our first session of the day with Jessica Pacheco. You don't want to miss this.
Thank you.
Selena. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Oh. Okay.